It's just after sunrise and we're about to start the hike on the South Kaibab Trail. Let's see how it goes.
You better be careful.
Ice right there.
That is, I guess it's more dirty. You see that guy?
There's ice on this side. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you guys, there's ice over on this side.
We've only been hiking the South Kaibab Trail for like 3 minutes and already we've slipped several times. So here's a tip. If you're gonna hike this trail or any trail in the Grand Canyon in mid-March or earlier, consider bringing traction devices for your feet.
Or walking poles.
Or walking poles.
Getting an early start to hiking is key, especially at the Grand Canyon, because it helps you beat the crowds. In summer, it also helps you beat the heat because the trail is in the shade early in the morning. And in winter, it means that you could be hiking on ice that froze overnight, so be careful.
We made it to Aah Point.
Ooh, ah.
The hike to Aah Point is just under a mile, and going down really isn't that bad. Going slow because of the ice, it took us a little over half an hour to get here. If you turn around now, it ends up being a 1.8 mile out and back hike.
Jeremy likes to slip on rocks and create panic. See what I mean?
Oh, look, a cactus. Ouch.
We've hiked about as far as we planned to on the South Kaibab Trail, and now we have to hike all the way back up. I don't know if you can see it behind me, but up there is where we're going.
Hiking into the Grand Canyon is pretty easy. Going back up is the harder part. If you turn around when you get to Aah Point, it's about 600 feet of elevation that you have to climb back up. And if you make it down to Cedar Ridge, you have to climb about 1,200 feet back to the top.
We're about to do the switchback section of the South Kaibab Trail.
Well, we just finished up hiking the South Kaibab Trail. We went down to Cedar Ridge Point.
It's quite a hike down. It's very beautiful, but the hike back up is a lot of stairs.
Yeah. So
a lot of switchbacks.
Yeah, so bring a lot of water.
Take it slow.
Take it slow.
Be wary of the ice if you're hiking in winter.
The hike to Cedar Ridge is 1.5 miles.
It's a 3-mile round trip hike, and it's equivalent to 112 flights of stairs. We're just hiking to our car after hiking the South Kaibab Trail. We could have taken the shuttle bus if we wanted to, and it drops right at the trailhead. Cars aren't allowed to park there, even though there is a parking lot. We didn't really want to wait for the shuttle bus. It runs about every 15 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, depending on time of day. But the hike to the car isn't that far. I don't know, less than half a mile.
Yeah.
Well, we just got back from hiking the South Kaibab Trail. It was about a 15-minute walk from the trailhead. And we're gonna wrap up our time on the south rim of the Grand Canyon.
We made a quick pit stop for some snacks.
We're at the general store near Yavapai Lodge at Grand Canyon National Park. Let's see what we got.
They have plenty of pre-packaged options if you just want something to grab and go. They have a huge selection of fruits and vegetables. And all the protein bars and jerky you could need. Plenty of salads to choose from. And all the chips you could possibly want.
And they have a wide variety of alcohol.
And they have a huge gift shop here too.
They also have a deli with some fresh food. Now we're heading to the Skywalk at Grand Canyon West.
It's gonna take us about 4 hours to get there from the south rim.
We stopped for lunch at In-N-Out Burger on our way. Yum.
Check out this Joshua tree, isn't it cool?
We were surprised by just how many Joshua trees were on the road leading to Grand Canyon West. We've never seen a Joshua tree up close before, so it was cool to get a closer look.
We're at Grand Canyon West.
We have a couple of javelina over here on the left-hand side, about 100 yards out, if they're still there. We get a lot of wildlife up here. We get deer, antelope, badger, and wolf. I even saw a cougar up here one time. However, that lady was on the bus. I hope you guys have a great, wonderful, fantastic, amazing adventure. Enjoy your day, everyone.
We made it to Grand Canyon West. Do you see the eagle over my shoulder and the rocks? It's pretty cool. Grand Canyon West has several viewpoints that you can take a shuttle bus to. We're at Aah Point, which is also where the Skywalk is located. You can see it behind us. It juts out over the rim of the Grand Canyon, 70 feet. It's made of glass, and so if you look down on the floor, you can see the floor of the Grand Canyon 4,000 feet below.
We paid to do the Skywalk and enjoyed walking out on the glass surface. It was cool to see the floor of the Grand Canyon below our feet, but we weren't allowed to take any photos or videos while we were out there. Instead, there were photographers taking photos of people, and you could pay to buy those photos, but we didn't. For what we paid, it was an expensive 5-minute experience that I don't recommend. It's overpriced and not really worth it. If we were allowed to take our own photos and videos on the Skywalk, then it might be worth the price. But right now, it's just an overpriced way to charge you extra money for photos.
Grand Canyon West is owned by the Yavapai Nation and is not part of the Grand Canyon National Park.
It's very pretty here, but here are some tips and things to consider. The entrance ticket is about $60 per person, and it doesn't include the cost to access the Skywalk, which is an additional, I believe, $32 per person. So it adds up very quickly if you have multiple people. Also, there's only 2 viewpoints currently open, which might be seasonal, but also something to be aware of. If I had to do this over again, I'd probably skip this, because it's quite a drive to get out here. And we've already seen the Grand Canyon National Park, and those viewpoints are incredible. The one behind us is stunning and breathtaking too. It has a great view of the Colorado River, but there's a lot more hiking opportunities and a lot more types of viewpoints if you went to the Grand Canyon National Park. Something to consider. A couple pros to this location of the Grand Canyon are that if you're coming from Vegas, this is the closest option you have. Also, it has a great view of Joshua trees when you're
incredible.
If you're headed to Grand Canyon West, plan to spend at least 2 hours to do everything that there is to do. This plant is agave. It's what they use to make tequila.
We're wrapping up our time at Grand Canyon West, and next we're headed to Vegas to catch our flight home. If you're driving to Grand Canyon West, there's a great place to stop and check out Joshua trees. It's called the Grapevine Mesa Joshua Tree Forest. And there are some cool trails that you can hike. Joshua trees are a member of the agave family and may only grow about ½ inch to as many as 3 inches per year depending on how much it rains. So based on how tall they are, a lot of these trees were pretty old.
Oh look, a cactus. Ouch. We made it to Eataly Las Vegas prior to our flight home, and we got a charcuterie board. Let's try it.
I have marinated peppers. It smells like garlic. And I believe this is mortadella, so let's try it. Oh, that is good. We're at Eataly and I got some tasty gelato. I got stracciatella and nocciola, which is hazelnut. Oh, that is so creamy. Very good.
We made it to the airport for our flight home.
Going to the Las Vegas Strip for dinner on a Friday night with less than an hour to spare before returning our rental car was a chaotic choice, but overall worth it. Stopping at Eataly before our flight was a bit stressful, but such a fun way to end our trip. We made it to Aah Point.
Okay.
Can't go on much longer. Cliffhanger, hanging on a cliff, and that's why he's called Cliffhanger. Cliffhanger, hanging on a cliff, and that's why he's called Cliffhanger. If you're driving, and there are some trails that you can,
Follow. I don't know.
Hike.
Walk. Hike.
Oh, look, a cactus. Ow.